Secular humanists try to do everything without God. So they come up with a philosophy of life, and people wind up being even more messed up. That woke stuff that they're always referring to is from Taoism, where your third eye opens. It's from China. You have that example of the messed up philosophies. You have Dr. Spock, he wrote a book on parenting, and he tried to give everyone a participation trophy instead of reality when the kids need it, and it helped increase narcissism. Certain types of identity politics say that I'm the only one that matters instead of loving your neighbor as you love yourself. The Bible says that both are equally important. I'm important and my neighbor is important. Otherwise you're saying, I'm the only one here. And that's the position of a malignant narcissist. We have laws and structure for the same reason we have traffic laws, so that people drive well on the road, getting from point A to point B without crashing into each other. We're not the only driver there is in the world. Without them, not everyone's gonna drive well or know what good driving is. Back a while when it came out, Coca-Cola had a woke, anti-racist curriculum. I thought that was ironic because Robin DiAngelo is a white person, and she seems very certain of this curriculum. I've charged $20,000 for it. She's rather arrogant, too. Anyway, Robin DiAngelo is asking us to be moral. I know that they try to skirt around this word. It's like, oh, no, we don't, morality. But they want us to be moral. If you look at it, it's a list of moral things. Try to do it without God, you get this silliness. Just try to avoid racism by getting people to be racist. How about be a person of character? Mature. Give good customer service. Sell quality products. Know your product. Do right by other people and your customers. We need God to help us know what true morality is, have an eternal perspective, transcendent, and a morality that lasts. We need God to give us a new heart and new desires. His word hasn't changed in the thousands of years it's been written. 1 Corinthians 13 talks about characteristics of a loving, mature adult. Love is patient and kind. That is, they put their cards on the table. They don't make people guess or read their mind. You know where they stand, or if there's an issue, they're direct about it, so you know what the issue is. Love is not jealous or boastful or proud or rude. It does not demand its own way. It knows how to merge into traffic as a human being. Not a bull in a china shop or narcissistic demanding their own way. Not talking about the occasional boundary issue when you have to put your foot down on it. It's not irritable. It keeps no record of being wronged. It does not rejoice about injustice, but it rejoices whenever the truth wins out. Love never gives up, never loses faith, is always hopeful, and endures through every circumstance. That is, retains the position of love through the tough times. That doesn't mean that they're a doormat for abuse. Like good customer service, you want to maintain and have good customer service. Even if the customer is cranky, you might have to lay down a few ground rules if the customer gets out of control, but you want to give good customer service no matter how the customer is responding, even when it's someone tough to deal with. And some people will dance on someone when they're inconsistent. There's a difference between trying to be consistent and failing occasionally as opposed to someone not trying at all, or going the opposite way and becoming cranky on purpose. When I was a child, I spoke and thought and reasoned as a child. But when I grew up, I put away childish things. 3 things last forever: faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of these is love. That is wanting to do good by your neighbor, whether it's your spouse, your children, your family, your friends, or your neighbor. 1 Corinthians 13, 4-7, and 11-13. God's like a master gardener that knows what a full-grown apple tree should look like and the way it should go to get there. Now, I have seen things like one black lady, she talked about her personal journey and growth, and at the base she felt like she was inferior because she was black. Or another lady, when she was a girl, she wanted white tights to make her legs white when she was growing up. If someone were to pick up these things, they need the truth that they're special because they're made in the image of God. They have value and worth intrinsically. I know I'm something because God don't make junk. This was said by Ethel Waters. You know what she was? She was a black lady. She was a jazz singer. You got a hold of the truth. She was somebody because God doesn't make junk. As a human, God gave you gifts and talents. Every person on the face of the earth has strengths and weaknesses. You have a contribution to make, to exercise your gifts and talents. Even stewarding in this life, we need God's strength and God's grace to do it.